everybody, I'm back from wedding and honeymoon and I really wanted to do a sit down story time, so grab a cuppa or grab some water and I'm just gonna fill you in. I'm just gonna have a catch up one-to-one. We need to just at least talk through it. So it's going to be a bit of a different video today. I'm not going to cover too much in terms of training and bits and pieces, but I am going to tell you a really exciting part of my life, which was getting married. So I have a ring now, so that's a bit different. So I opted to get a band that was the same as my engagement ring, and I have a new name, and there's lots of other things it's changed, which is really exciting. So let's get into it. So I got married on the 22nd of July. So I'm just getting this out. It's been a hot minute, guys. So my new name will be Carla Jane Day Mosley. That is the surname that I'm taking. And I had a really cute kind of local wedding. I'll put a little bit of footage up so you can see it and just run you through it a little bit. But we got married in our local church, which is really special. I use all local suppliers. They're amazing. I will post about them because I live in Hertfordshire, which is kind of centre just above London. So to be honest, it's a great location in this area. I know there's a lot of venues around this area if anyone is getting married. So we got married in our local church in Welwyn. And then we went to have the rest of the wedding and the reception in a place called Brocket Hall, which was fantastic. So absolutely loved it. So there was lots and lots of bits and pieces. The day was crazy. I did not expect all that adrenaline, all that emotion. Oh, it's tough. Oh my God. Anyone who's got married would know, but it was crazy. I just didn't expect that. I knew I'd obviously, I'm kind of an all or nothing person if we haven't quite realised yet. So I kind of knew that I would be all in, but it was crazy. So yeah, church was lovely, beautiful ceremony. And then when we went to Brocket Hall, you'll see all the decor and the themes. So really wild flowers, which was beautiful. I wanted to feel outdoors, indoors. We had an oak room, so glass buildings, beams. I really just wanted everybody to feel like they were out in greenery and nature. Like the bridesmaids' dresses were gorgeous. They were all like a green colour and they were all unique to the person, which was lovely. And then the day pretty much went to plan except for the fact that it rained all day. It absolutely threw it down all day. So bless the person doing all the photography. You can only do so much with what you got. And my dress, which we'll go on to, was definitely not something that could go anywhere near rain. Not that anyone's can. So yeah, it was a bit crazy, but that was kind of it. So the rain had a few issues. I had planned a couple bits that didn't happen, but that's fine. You don't really care about this kind of stuff on the day. So the morning was really nice when I picked up some of the bridesmaids. England football was on whilst we were getting ready, which is just the best. So we did all that and then really relaxed. Then I got to the church and then was really not relaxed. But yeah, then never mind. All of that was good. Then we got to Brocket. So James, the car I came over, James and I went back to Brocket in the car, which I'll show you. So that was really cool, kind of like a camper van because I grew up in Cornwall. And it was funny because it was good. It was like so old school. It kind of like chugged along. I was like, I don't know if we're going to actually get there. I really hope we get there, but I wasn't sure. And then, oh my God, so we got there. I finally got a drink of champagne and we had a string quartet playing. Which is beautiful. The rain, honestly, it didn't really matter that much. Like we walked in, we saw everybody, finally said hello to everybody. And then, yeah, we did a little, oh, it was just so cute. Like we just had the cutest little moments. There was a moment with the string quartet where we played a song that meant quite a lot to my mum, and we had a moment that was just really special. And just I found that all through the day loads of people would come and just say different things, and you just had all these pockets of little moments through the day, which was just the best. And then we had whilst everybody sat down and we were going into dinner, we decided like 2 seconds before doing this, basically my now husband is a huge Watford fan, so we had a bit of a Watford song playing, and we actually walked all around the venue and then high-fived all the top table like they do in football. It was amazing, but that was just really special, so we did all of that. We had some lovely food, and then we went straight in and did first dance. I think it's so good to go straight in, so it just kept the momentum going. Like we went straight from the food into cake cutting into first dance, and then everyone was on the dance floor and pretty much just started dancing, so it just got the party going a little bit earlier, which was great. So we did all that was amazing. And then we then I actually got changed into another dress, which I highly recommend. I wasn't stressed. I could just relax and chill. It was so good. So my 2 dresses, my first one was from a brand called Enzoni, and they're amazing. I think they're Italian, also Italian. They're known for detail. They're known for being very dramatic. So the train in the dress is this, like it was mental. It was so big. The train, I pretty much took up an entire room. So when I was doing that first bit with my dad and the bridesmaids, everyone come in and kind of just had to stand right at the side of the room because they couldn't get through to get to the dress, because the dress, it was crazy. But yeah, it was lovely. So I'm back. I did all that, we partied, and it was all good. And because I think the rain, everybody stayed on the dance floor, which was amazing. And it does feel really different being married. I didn't know if it would. I know it's meant to be a really like pinnacle time in your life, and I was pretty relieved, I'm not gonna lie, to not be organising a wedding anymore. They are so stressful, and it's just constantly on your mind, like little bits here, there and everywhere about suppliers and stuff. So I was just glad to do it, super happy, but also super happy to now not be planning it. That was ideal. But yeah, everyone that came, it was lovely, and all the messages when we put the Instagram up as well, thank you for that as well, so it's good. So then now on to honeymoon. So I will also just mention that we also hired somebody that put all the decor up and took it down again, so like lights, the plates, the change plates, the flowers, all of that. Like the flower lady and the decor lady just dealt with it between them, and they were incredible, so I'll put them below as well, shout out to them. And our hair and makeup were also incredible. They were so chill and such good vibes, so I'll put them down as well. And then we had honeymoon, which was incredible. So we went to Tanzania, which was kind of East Africa. So we flew in to Zanzibar. So the island of Zanzibar is quite small, it's not loads of people, and kind of known for resorts. So if I was you, I would always get a resort if I was going into Zanzibar. There wasn't like loads of places or things to do, so you kind of need that resort to give you the energy and give you like a place and things to do. So for example, they did entertainment every night and that kind of stuff, and there was loads of different restaurants on site which were amazing as well. So when we first got there, so I'll show you some bits and pieces. We walked in, they'd done some lovely bits and pieces to the bedroom, and we had a gorgeous view overlooking the jetty, and it was just an incredible sight, an incredible place to stay. I'll also link that if anyone is ever going to Zanzibar. And then we did a number of different things that I would highly recommend. So visiting Stone Town was lovely, which is obviously the capital of Zanzibar. We also got a guide for that. And then we also swam with some turtles. I actually got bit by a turtle. I will insert the video. You nipped me. And that was mental. So who gets bit by a turtle? It was crazy. And then it actually bit me proper hard. Like it was, had like blood and everything. So then we were Googling that 90% of turtles carry salmonella. Did you know that? Because I didn't know that, but I do know now that. Yeah, what the hell. So I did all that, it's fine, whatever, I didn't get it in the end. And then we went and we also, just ate out in different evenings. I went jet skiing for the first time. That was super fun, and you could just do loads of water sports at the hotel. So we could do like kayaking and bits and pieces and snorkeling. Everything was really just included and everyone was really friendly. And then we ate out at a couple of different restaurants at the hotel. Went and visited the Rock restaurant, which was #1 thing to do in Tanzania, which was incredible. Then we flew up to Nairobi. So we went up to Nairobi. We started a G-Adventure tour from there. And then we went, that was part of a safari tour. I love G-Adventure. I have travelled with them before when I've done Asia and other places. So I couldn't recommend them enough. They were so good. They pay their tour guides really well. And they do a lot of research into finding the tour guides. So ours was amazing. So it's absolutely worth looking around and getting the right tour group to do that. It was a bit of a cheaper option as well to go with the tour group. Obviously, if you mention the word honeymoon or anything, everything just shoots up, especially on a safari. So because we wanted to do the island of Tanzania, Zanzibar, as well as doing safari, we opted for going with the tour, and I just thought we got the best value ever. And we also, because we wanted to make it super adventurous, did a camping tour, which was mental. We were actually camping in the middle of the Serengeti. There was no fences, nothing. And like at one point in the night, I could hear lions like behind the tent. Like, how cool is that? Mental. So then from Nairobi, that's where we started the tour, drove back into Tanzania, and then across into the Serengeti, and then you had 3.5 days of safari, which was probably enough for me. I was happy with that. So yeah, we saw everything. I made a list, guys. I made a list because everybody said, oh, what's this, what's this, what's this? And I think you would have forgotten if you didn't make a list. So I made this list of everything we'd seen. So you can see that. We saw all these things. So it was great. Some of the top ones, the flamingos were amazing. We saw a rhino last half an hour of the tour. It was intense. We saw kind of buffalo, zebra, hippos, lots of different monkeys, lots of different gazelles. The first thing we saw was 3 lion cubs. That's quite cool. And lots, all the top 5 and everything. So, and again, I think that was because of how good our tour guides were, that they made sure we saw everything. But anyway, they kind of start off at Outpost Lodge, which is Arusha, which is capital of Tanzania. So day 1, you're there. And then you go into the Serengeti from there. That's actually the first ever Airbnb in Tanzania, so it's quite historical. And then when you go in, they drive you in these jeeps, like the roof pops off so you can see things. And yeah, you get up early, but it's so worth it. I thought the animals would just be there and that I could see them, but you absolutely can't just see them. You tend to actually have to really, really find them, and they hide really, really well, like really well. So I got really excited if I was able to spot one or something like that. And then after that, you then, what else did we do after that? Oh, so you go to, so on the first day we saw all the lions and bits and pieces, went to the campsite, and then had dinner and stuff. So we did a group of 10 people, which was amazing. And then the second day we did a hot air balloon, which was mental. I'll show you all the footage. Like the hot air balloon was crazy. It was crazy to start on the side. I'd never been in a hot air balloon, like starting on the side, watching it blow up and then going. And then because it was so windy, we had to do a drag landing, where you literally just land and just get dragged along the floor sideways, looking up and just figuring out what the hell is going on. But we had some good moments there. We saw some gazelles, and we come down really quietly, and then when they did the fire, they all shot off and stuff like that. So yeah, fantastic. And then that, we didn't realise, but on these tours, like on the hot air balloon tours, you then go back and get like a gorgeous meal. And then as well as that, they just kept giving us loads of alcohol, as you'll see. So lots of alcohol. And then you're like, okay, great. Well, I have to now go back and meet the rest of my tour group. So there was me and James and then 2 other guys that did it with us. Then we were like, hang on a second, we've got to go back and meet our tour group. We're all pretty drunk by this point and everyone else is stone cold sober. And then there was one other girl in our car, the other car was hating us, like jokes. They absolutely loved us. They were just really jealous because they're just doing their thing. We're all drunk. They gave us a bottle of champagne extra because we just were obviously on our honeymoon and we just got married. So we have like all sipping this champagne across the car, like the girl that's catching up from not being drunk did a shot and just caught up with everybody. And then the whole safari that day we did sipping champagne. It was the most surreal mental experience of my life, but it was really good. We saw leopard, cheetah, loads of stuff. And then that evening we all, because we've been drinking, we all just kind of carried on as a group and did like drinking games and just had a bit of fun, and there was a fire and it was just vibes. And then next day we went to Ngorongoro Crater, which was again super amazing because you see completely different wildlife because it's in the crater. So honestly, couldn't recommend Tanzania as a country enough. Like honestly, it was so good. I just thought it was so well run, so worth it, and I would love to go back. I hear South Africa even does some really good ones, so I'm here for it. I couldn't recommend a safari enough. Okay, so I did also ask on Instagram if there's any other final questions or bits and pieces that you had, so I'll just do a couple of them. Just some of the top ones. So a lot of people said, where's your wedding ring? I actually didn't get my wedding ring back until like a week after we got back in the UK because we left it with James's mum and dad for safekeeping rather than leaving it in the house. So I only just got it back, you know, so when I was asking the questions here, I hadn't actually got it on. Oops. Right, so yay, congrats, welcome back. Interesting update on all of the above and also wedding planning. So yeah, absolutely. In terms of the wedding planning, I made a spreadsheet. There's so many of them. It's super simple, and it doesn't matter how quick or how slow you do things, there's still the same amount to get planned. So don't stress. I really did try and get it done as early as I could, and you know what, it just doesn't work out like that. The suppliers aren't going to go to your timeline just because you want to get things done quick. They've got lots of other weddings, so I think just trust the process. Don't stress, things will get done when they need to. There's a lot more to do last minute than I accounted for, and that's okay. So don't worry, but yeah, planning, get a spreadsheet and assign things for you to do and things for your partner to do. I really needed extra support in planning towards the end. So yeah, the wedding planning, honestly, I just try and enjoy the process. I really did enjoy planning it. And it turned out, you know, obviously not at all what I planned because of the weather, but it really was just the best day. So yeah, assign things for people to do. Use the people that you've got around you. I actually had all my bridesmaids dying to sit and have a wine night and pick things out and come do this and come do that. So people are really interested. So yeah, absolutely. Do all that as well. So, what else have we got here? Wedding earrings. Yes, they were from Oliver Bonus. So again, I can link all the jewellery, my dress, everything that I had, I'll link below. Are you used to the name change yet? No, it feels very odd to have a different name. I had to book something. I had a surprise event that I was booking for a friend this week for her birthday, and I had to say Carla Mosley instead of Carla Knighton, and it just freaked me out. So yeah, all the other stuff is kind of talking about what I already have before and kind of running tips. So all the running questions, I will probably just do a separate video on those and get that filmed soon, because do you know what? That'll be easier than blowing into this video. And there's also a few questions on routine. Obviously I was incredibly out of routine, and when we came back a week later we had James's brother's wedding, so that was the weekend just gone. So this has been my first week of getting up at a normal time, normal routine, normal things, and I still haven't had time to kind of get back onto doing some content yet. So I think you just got to be really kind to yourself. You know, like yes, I know I've got to do some bits and pieces, right? Like when you work with brands, or, you know, you want to support, you know, you guys in the audience, and I want to get the content back out there and I want to get back to normal, but I just had to be kind to myself. It takes longer than you think it does when you've been away for that long and you've just been exposed to so many other bits and pieces. So yeah, I've just been kind to myself. Now I've been on a long break. What I have been doing is just building the routine of building blocks. So what I mean by that is structuring the morning and structuring the evening, and if the day goes chaotic, goes chaotic. But I have been trying to really focus in on getting those bits in between right. So get up at your normal time and go to bed at a normal time, and do one or two things before that, and everything else fits in. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to pause there because I think I spoke for 20 odd minutes or so. And I really just wanted to give you a quick update, just a slightly different video today. But I have two exciting videos next. I am about to climb the 3 peaks, and in 24 hours. Like, if anyone doesn't know, that is the highest mountains in England, Scotland and Wales, and you've got to do them under 24 hours. So you have to sleep while you're driving, you do night climbs, everything. It's going to be one of the hardest challenges I've ever done, and that is coming up fast, thick and fast. I think it's 2 weeks away. So by the time this goes out, I have 2 weeks till that. There is also something else I'm launching around that same week, and also I have a new half marathon that I'm going to start training for any minute. So there's lots going on. I'm super excited. If there's any other questions on what the wedding, anything like that, stresses, etc., then just ask me. But that is just a little bit about my wedding story, my honeymoon story, and now I'm back. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have the best day wherever you are, and I will see you soon for more fitness and running content soon. Bye.